The legislature's Appropriations Committee has passed an amended version of the supplemental budget. The amendments address things such as tax relief, transportation concerns, increasing pay for ed techs, and supporting state employees. Republicans were critical of the original approved plan that shifted money away from the state's highway fund, lowered tax breaks for seniors, and drew down much of the $107 million Governor Mills wanted to put in savings. Some Democrats, including the governor, also expressed concerns. Today, a spokesperson for Governor Mills said she welcomed the new changes, including approving support for dairy farmers, restoring money to the highway fund, and reversing their rollback of pension benefits. Mills does remain concerned about added spending beyond her proposal, but would not veto the package as it now stands.